Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a DIY Dollar Tree Plus farmhouse wreath with the word home on it, but that's optional. We're going to use a 14-inch wreath form, but use what you have. This is what this project is going to be. I'm finally using some stuff. We have mesh from the Dollar Tree, sparkle mesh from the Dollar Tree. We got ribbon from Hobby Lobby, ribbon from Dollar General, ribbon from Joann's, ribbon from Walmart, and of course ribbon from Dollar Tree. We're also going to use one of these chargers from the Dollar Tree, but this is optional as well as writing home. But we're going to use these letters as well. Actually, we're going to use the new pack of letters. So to get started, this is just going to be one of those bundle wreaths. It isn't as full as all of the tutorials out there, where they use just so much mesh and they use so much ribbon. I just really wanted it to be more my style, but it still is nice and full. You know, it's still very nice and full in my opinion. It's just not over the top. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 18 pieces of this mesh. I know that there's math, but I think they're roughly each about 8 or 10 inches long. But there's math involved, and you know, it's late at night and math and me and late at night. But I actually just cut like, they're roughly around 7. I want to say they're roughly around 7 or 8 inches. Yeah, I think they're about 8 inches because I kind of used the tube. The tube is like 6 inches long, and I made it a little bit longer than the tube. The tube that was inside the ribbon. But I got 18 pieces out of it. That's really what I was looking forward to do, because the wreath form is broken up into 6 sections, and I just tried to cut up and use whatever I could. So this is a gray sparkle, almost silver mesh that was from Christmas time. And this ribbon, this gray burlap ribbon, was gifted to me by my brother from another mother, Stephen. As you can see, it was on clearance for $1 at Walmart. So I love that he sent it to me. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm cutting each one of these into roughly about a 6-inch length. Again, I used that tube to measure just roughly, and I'm cutting these on opposite dog ears. Basically, if you cut it on one angle, the next one will be all ready to go. So you cut the bottom on the, you know, same sort of angle. And then this gray and white check ribbon was gifted to me from one of you wonderful people, and it's from Joann's. Like, if you look at the package, it's from Joann's. So thank you all for you've contributed for all of the DIYs and tutorials and stuff. Now I'm going to take this gray and white check ribbon, and I'm going to make a dovetail on the end by folding it in half, and then I'm cutting from the seam towards the wire, and I'm cutting it basically lower on the seam, higher on the wire, and that's what creates that dovetail at the end. I'm doing this for all of these. You're going to need 18 of each. These 2 rolls of ribbon were actually 12 feet. So if you do decide to do this same design with Dollar Tree ribbon, that's only 9 feet. Keep that in mind, okay? So these are 12 feet. So I've gotten 6 inches times 12 equals 12 feet. No, I'm just kidding. Times 18 equals 12 feet. But that's not right. I think they're 8 inches. That's why. And now I'm going to take, just a remainder of the Dollar General white burlap ribbon that I had. I ended up getting 9 pieces out of it, so that kind of works out as good math, like 18 of one and 9 of the other. And I'm taking the sheer, it's called glitter mesh from the Dollar Tree that I found all year long in my craft section. I bought the gray again, and then I have grosgrain ribbon in white, and I'm going to end up substituting some ivory in at the end because I had bad math. And then for the other bundle, we're going to add some gray satin ribbon or silver satin ribbon. To me, it looks more gray. When I say silver, I feel like it really needs to be metallic, not just glittery. And that's kind of where I was going with this. I was kind of like trying to keep it on that gray, you know, galvanized sort of, you know, chicken wiry kind of thing we're going to do. Very neutral in my opinion. Let's put it that way. So afterwards, I'm taking pipe cleaners. These are pipe cleaners from the Dollar Tree. I get when you do these kinds of mesh wreaths, you don't see the pipe cleaners, but I'm still OCD about, and I'm sorry, I'm still particular, excuse me, about them being silver. So you need half of a pipe cleaner for each bundle. And we're going to do a total of 27 bundles. So you're going to need that many. You're going to need 14 pieces of pipe cleaner, 14 pipe cleaners cut in half to make 28 pieces of pipe cleaner. So what you want to do for these bundles is I'm kind of like scrunching up the mesh into like a bow shaped, and then I'm putting the white burlap ribbon on top, pinching them in my fingers, the white burlap ribbon, and then the gray satin ribbon. These are smaller bundles. This isn't anybody's like taught me, like usually these are, twice as many and whatever. I just really wanted it to not be like a crazy full wreath. And I think we pulled it off. So, you're just going to watch me repeat this. Now, I started to tell you in the beginning about the charger plate. I know not everybody can find those charger plates, but there's lots of different things that you can do alternatively in the middle of the wreath if you want to, or you don't have to put anything in the middle of the wreath. I will just show you a quick clip of it done at the end. You can also put a big bow on this if you want to. I've done the bow on these loopy wreaths before, and I kind of just, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's just a little too much for my taste, but I know a lot of you guys just love all of that zhuzhiness. Go for it. If you feel like that needs a bow, you go ahead and you add a bow to it, or you can hang it from some ribbon. I love to see you guys run with these things and make them personal. So for this other set of bundles, what we're going to do is we're going to roll the mesh into a tube, but a really, really loose tube. When we make the mesh wreaths, we do 3 tubes and we do them really, really tight. We're making this one really, really loose. We're going to layer the gray ribbon with the check ribbon on top of that, and then the white girl green ribbon in the top of that, and we're just going to create that layered. This does have one more layer than the first set of bundles. The first set of bundles just had the mesh and 2 ribbons, or a wide ribbon and a small ribbon. This one actually has 2 wide ribbons and a small ribbon plus the mesh. So and then what I do is I kind of pinch it in my finger in the middle ish, and then I fold the pipe cleaner in half, pinch it around. And then what you do is you can fold the bundle in half around the pipe cleaner so that you can see that you have the pipe cleaner in the center. Not everybody's good about eyeballing, so I could tell you guys how to measure if you want to. All right, and you're just going to repeat this with all of the bundles. The charger plate, I'm going to show you a technique that it's not going to be permanently attached to the wreath so that I can take it off if I want to. And I'm using regular hot glue, so it's not, the letters aren't permanently affixed to it either. But if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do E6000 or Gorilla Hot Glue. You can glue the pipe cleaners to the back of the charger and hook them onto the back of the wreath like that. We've done that a few times with signs on our channel before. The other thing is, if you want to do a wall cling on this plate, I think that would work well. I don't think that they would work very well if you hung it outside, though, because the reason I say that is because the plate has texture. So if you hung the wall cling, it might have air pockets in it that will allow the weather to affect the stickiness. So keep that in mind as well. So what I started to do was to try to evenly space all of the 9 bundles, the first 9 set. There is 6 sections on this wreath, so I was thinking I picked every other section, so it was like a triangulated. Turns out you put 1 and then 2 and then 1 and then 2 and then 1 and then 2 and go around. They'll slide around and you'll adjust them and you'll move them around once you put the other bundles on. But even that wasn't even necessary. The pattern really goes with these 27 bundles is you're going to get 2 with the gray mesh. Well, I should say 2 with the checks, and then 1 with the white, and then 2 with the checks, and then 1 with the white. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the second and third wire rings, and I'm putting top and bottom, and I'm calling them top and bottom. So it's going to go on the second wire, and the next bundle will tie to the third wire, and the next bundle will tie to the second wire, and just keep staggering them back and forth. Now there is an odd number, so it won't end. It'll end with, eventually you'll have two that are next to each other, but that's okay. And now you can zhuzh it now, but we're going to add chicken wire to this. How we're doing this is we're going to cut 10 each pieces of chicken wire. This is chicken wire ribbon I got at Hobby Lobby. I got it for $2 because it's originally $3.99, and I used my 50%. I was on a 50% off sale, excuse me. So what I do is take in 10 inches, and I'm going to pinch the end, and then I'm going to fold the end under. And we're just going to make a few of these different loops. If they almost look like bow loops, and that's the look that I was going for. Originally, I was thinking I didn't want any cut loose ends of chicken wire with all of that mesh, and it would just be like sticking to things. But then I'm going to end up adding some anyway because I just felt like it needed more. So I'm creating 9 of these little loops, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist one to the outside ring of the wreath, just to the same side as the one bundle we made with the white ribbon, because there's 9 of those. So all I'm doing is I'm hooking it, because we created that little hook. I'm hooking it around the bottom, and then I'm twisting it over to the side. Now it is floppy at this point, but when we're all done, we're going to turn the wreath over and we're going to adjust them so that they're less floppy. But you could wire them to there if you want to. The wire really does hold on, and once you have this in place, the loops won't fall down. But I'll show you in a minute how to make them a little bit, not like a lot less floppy is what I meant to say, not a little less floppy. Now they are adjustable, so if you don't put it in the exact right spot, you can slide it across on the thing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take those loops that we created out of chicken wire, we're going to open them, and then we're going to take the front piece and kind of bend it down a little bit, and that's going to hold it and keep it from sliding around. Basically, we're going to form the wire around the circle a little bit, and it's just going to help hold it in place. Now you could take some of these bundles and you could twist them sideways, try to fill it in, make different directions, and then when you're all done, you can go ahead and zhuzh it. You want to make sure all your ribbons are open up nice, that you can see just the edges of stuff is really just open, and like you want I don't know, make it look, zhuzh it up, make it look fancy, make it look nice. Make it look the way you want it to look. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller piece, about a 4-inch piece of this chicken wire ribbon. I'm going to pinch the end close. You can see there, I'm sorry it was off camera, but this isn't folded in half. This is just cut edge sticking up, and I'm going to basically fit, I think I put 8 of them. I must have put 9. I put 9 of them just on that second wire, the second inside wire. And I just did the same thing where I twisted it. The only thing I did different is those wires, I turned them sideways so that they were kind of between the bundles. Okay. Now we're going to take the charger plate. And like I said, I'm not permanently affixing it. I'm just going to take the satin ribbon that I was using before, and we're going to do this almost like you would wrap a present. So it's going to go in one side, out the other, back in, underneath the original ribbon, underneath that other loop, back in, and underneath the other. You see it. Hopefully you guys see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to tie a knot, and at the end of the knot, I added the loop. That's what we're going to hang it by. Okay? Now I'm taking my letters. I'm just showing you, like, you could write home. You could write your name. If you opened up some of the mesh, if you made the mesh open a little bit more, you probably could fit the word welcome in there, or farm fresh. Any of those things you want to do would look super cute. And like I said, I'm just gluing them, and that's it. I love it. I love it with the gray behind it. The charger really makes it something, I think. I hope you guys really enjoyed it too. If you do, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to share with friends and family. Anybody you know might be interested in making one of these wreaths. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. And when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And I'll see you next time. Bye.